I told you. I told you. That's what happens to. Dave. Told you, mate. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, lads. Team. Good to have you back. Got any thumbs up there? Hey, Chronic, how you going, mate? Guardian 27. Okay, we're back. Leo, Stuntman for life. The beer from up here. November rain. November rain. Is that purple rain up there? That's, I'm telling you, team. I'm telling you. If you never believed before now, the amount of people we used to say, oh, Kaz, I'm a sound technician. You want to come and check out your rig? I'm going, no, I don't need to, mate. That's not going to help at all. You know, those that talk to me, depending on what subject we talk to, whether it's the bat phone, think of joining Patreon team. It's a great one. We help others, you know, or the other one. Often people say, geez, can you hear something in the background? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Kane. Thanks, mate. Not too cow. There we go. If this is your first time here, team, the cost of being on the other side of the centre or even centre can be catastrophic. If you ever wonder why our channel is so small, you just found out why. Yep. Kiboshed, if you will. But great to have his back. Should do a Gremlins test. Yeah. So what we were talking about before. 14 now, Timmy. There we go. SOS. The least, yep. I can't even talk about it now, but in case we go again. What camera are you looking at? Sorry, that's the camera I should be looking at now. I was looking at this other one. Now you can see the camera quality's going down because I had to quickly jump on. And, yeah, so we're back. So we've got Ryanopoulos there. Not too cow, mate. Thank you very much. Feels weird looking at the, there's two cameras here, a lamp here, a lamp here. I'm looking smack down the center wicket. Tyler, what's your what's your contact number? I lost it. Just have a look on Patreon, mate. You'll see it straight there. Lauren, what about Geoduck, Stoddy? Brady Cars. We're the best small channel in the world. Well, I think so. I think we are. When people say we're not, I'd like to go, well, you tell me another channel that not only answers your, what do you call it, that answers your comments, that uses the money that you give to go and help someone we don't know, that is mainly stream-based. A lot of people would say, why aren't you doing this on Twitch instead? I don't feel like talking to a vacuum over there. Yeah. I think we've got a cracking channel. I love it. I look forward to it. And because you're members, that means that there's a foot on the pedal that tells Kaz. You can't just let the people hang. You got to let them. You got to let them know. You got to go and do another stream. Give them the good oil. What about those in 28 platoon? Let's hear their names again. Snowy, not too cow. Thank you very much, mate. It is snowy. It's winter. I'm about to go up to Newcastle and see my father. I'm going to do a medley of seafood bugs, lobster, and green prawns, garlic sauce. Chop it up, throw a single chopstick in there to confuse him, and say happy birthday. For those that have come on a little bit later, it's my dad's birthday today. He turns 80. And God bless him. I hope he's here for another 50 years as well. And with modern technology, who knows? So this is the names again of the lucky individuals who have got their numbers, who have got their position, who have got their dates, who are about to oath their affirmation. Bam! Put their hand up, not a stop sign, a go sign, in the best small army in the world. And this is their names. Terrell, Connor, Beto, or Brighto, sorry, Nicholas, Kai, Waves, username, The Great Dane, Manuel J, and many, many more. They're all going. We've just had the guys leave on the 23rd. That's what I was going to tell you. For all those from Sally's community chat that were nervous about what's going to happen when you go to the Hilton, also known as Kapuka, there's going to be at least a week of quarantine. I don't understand it at all. Because if you're going to Fight Island in the UFC, they'd simply put something up your nose, put it down your throat, and go, you're infected or you're not. If you're not, go through that door. If you are, go through that door. That easy. No need for a week quarantine. But the DSW, keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Stubby. Thank you very much. Not a cow. But if you go there, this is not a Victorian thing, team. No matter where you come from, you've got to go through that sterilisation. You've got to go through that program of quarantine. And the reason why I say that is because they can't just have the people from Victoria catch up. There is no catch up in a platoon. You start at the same time, which means you all go there, get quarantined. They might even have quarantine within quarantine for the Victorians. And those from Liverpool, where I was born. God bless myself. Anyway, so expect that to go there, that you'll be there for at least 14 weeks, which means there's more chance that you're going to be spending your Christmas this year at home with your family. Guaranteed, actually, if you're going to Kapooka now, you won't be out of IETs before it's Christmas time. And then you go home. It's good to go. JC, got to go, team. JC, the thin blue line, great to have you out there, mate. You represent us while we're sleeping at night. Good to have you here. JC, just so you know, I'm going to put out a video at this stage tomorrow, which is going to be my, and this is for everyone, I'll be having the reaction to the Demolition Ranch as a really, really bad example, actually, of explanation of the M249, you'd know as the Minimi. So I'm going to stop the butcher job that he's done there on a civilian version of that 5.56 machine gun, not rifle. Okay, and then I'm going to explain that to you so you absolutely have no mix-up if you ever watch that video and think what's going on there. Tommy G, leaving on Monday, Kaz. So stoked, love the channel. So, Tommy, I'm going to whack you on the list here because I didn't have you on there, mate. You know, I went out through all the comments and I didn't find you there, but I'm going to whack you on now. So, Tommy joins the team. Tommy, oh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time on Monday. Not so cow. I hope your families are well. Spend that time with them. Dusty Rhodes. I'm off all. Thanks for the censored stream and this one. Managed to hang in there while I wait for my enlistment date. Be a part of the community. Awesome, mate. Dusty Rhodes. And I've got a surprise coming for you as well soon, mate. Will I am Patreon member. Kaz, what's your thanks for your support now and into the future. Preparing pending medical. I may be enlisting October. And if you are there, mate, I want to see you on this list. I want to see you on this list. Not too cow. Double movement right there. And it looks like Kapooka's getting revamped, team. After so many years, it looks like it's getting upgraded everywhere. The mess hall almost looks like bloody Subway. MSC. I've been requested a lot to tutor and definitely will look into it. When it comes through to recruiting for officers' positions, what skills could tutoring give me? I wouldn't imagine many, Emma. Well, being an officer, that's all going to be your ability to be able to communicate, to be able to make decisions without all of the information that you have to be able to stand by, live by, your decisive capability, your ability to listen to others, your ability to take criticism, including criticizing yourself, your ability to project strengths while hiding your own weaknesses, but then in your own time working on the weaknesses, educating yourself on leaders of the past. All of these things are crucial. It's what you do that no one tells you to do, the implied task of being a commander, an officer, a leader, not a manager that'll make you better. Dan Carlin, I always say to everyone, you can't go wrong. Do Dan Carlin as a private, do it as Special Forces, do it as an officer, and you can't go wrong. O Waves is about to get the hell out of here. He's about to go in. Hey, Kaz was meant to leave for Kapooka this Tuesday, but because I'm 17, wait, I'm not allowed to cross the border, apparently. Pretty bummed, but oh, well, what can you do? I didn't know about that one. But it's for a bloody job. It's for a essential service. This is crazy. I'll tell you another one. That's driving me crazy. I tried to do you a solid there. Hey, Jordan, there you go. Wait 2 seconds. Lord Sue Cow, just giving respect here. Hey, Kaz, I've got my something for Gap here, infantry, enlisting January 18, 2021. Any tips for getting the most prepared? Come January, I'm pumped. Jordan, simply what you need to do is just stay with this channel and then take in the lessons, drip fed. All right, and from there, you'll be laughing, absolutely laughing. That's all I can say. I'm about to revamp the channel soon and put things into seasons, into episodes, etc., so you can source information from those easier. Let's get back to what we were talking about. And what was that, Kaz? What was I talking about? It was true. It wasn't fake news. What was I about to talk about? Shit. Killing me. Are you more likely to be a commander if you go infantry active duty than enlisting right away? Well, I'd say absolutely, Flappy, because you're going to have more experience. You're going to know who you are. You're going to be tougher. You're going to learn the language more. Yeah, of course. Mr. Buckarooni's here. Arguably the best channel in bloody YouTube. Mate, what's the go with Roz? She doesn't like taking a fish off the hook, does she, mate? North Queensland, fishing extraordinaire. Military, cop, prison system. This guy's given more to this country than 99% of our leaders ever have. Oh, Waves, what exactly what I said, mate? And they only told me yesterday I said I can get a permit and they didn't care. So I have to wait until I'm 18. What's the military said about that one, mate? Hard Yakker's got to go. Okay, mate. Going to read over notes for tomorrow. Catch you, mate. Have a great one. We'll let you know how it goes. Hard Yakker, I can't wait to find out how it goes because I get to hone into all of the chapters of your lives and I love it. I get all the good news. Michael Stott, you were telling people how awesome I am. Michael Stott, what can I say? Awkward looking bloke, looks like a castaway from a bloody shipwreck, but good guy. He's a medic. You know, he was a medic and now he's a head medic. He's always assistant as well. Bit of a beatnik, looks like he could be homeless in bloody Byron Bay, but I call him friend, close friend, made him a moderator. It's good to have him here. He keeps me on the straight and narrow. He looks like a mad scientist sometimes. D. Gray. G'day, Kaz. Just sitting listening to the stream while doing my maths homework. I wish I'd done more bloody economic homework when I was younger, mate, I tell you. Make sure you do well. Stop looking at the girl in the front row. She's going to be successful, but she's also going to distract you from one day getting where you need to be. Hey, Lauren, we're going to get input tonight. No offense to Kaz, but she has a better voice. She does. Let's see. Let's see what she's got to say. Lovely Lauren. Here she goes again.
Hello.
Well, that was quick.
Well, I'm watching what's going on and I thought, sheesh, I better.
All of a sudden, we've got more viewers because a lady's voice comes on. I'm offended.
Come on now.
What do you think of the Cotton Eye Joe shirt?
I like you in flannel. You look good in flannel.
She does come from Tasmania, team.
Yeah. No, it makes you look like a lumberjack. You know, that's a little bit sexy.
Yeah, well, hands like a bloody manicurist. You know, I need some cuts and calluses. By the way, for those that don't know, I've been doing the 100 push-ups every day still, every single day. And I feel $100, $100 in a very expensive country. So I don't go far, but I still feel like $100. If you feel like $100 in Thailand, that's different to being $100 in France, isn't it? Kaz, the phone on speaker is creating echo. Okay, how about there?
Is that better?
Should be.
Let's see.
Yeah. So what's going on, Lauren? We won't talk about the things that set off the last stream. Do you reckon a lot of people would be amazed that realise now that what we're saying is correct? What you say.
You've got to leave that stream up there because I called it. I said, we're going to get gremlins as soon as you started talking about it. And then it happened.
Yep.
I knew it. I'm just wondering if it's like a human watcher that presses the button to release the gremlins or if it's an algorithm.
Definitely algorithm.
Curious how it works.
Look, there's too many channels. There's too many channels that are starting to speak the truth. And, they don't like that. So if you're young now, you may not realize we came from a time where everyone was pretty goddamn honest and really upfront with what they used to say. So
it was okay for other people to have different opinions.
It was fine. Yeah. We used to have debating teams at school.
Yeah, exactly. We think we still do in some schools.
Yeah, but they're two versions of the same outcome.
Yeah. or just something that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Jay was just saying it could be a bot. Yeah, that's the algorithm itself, mate. There's certain words, when enough of them get said within a certain time limit, bam, kicks in.
But what sort of thing, what sort of creature can go onto your voice like it does, and distort it? It's amazing, really.
Could be a demon. We've got RB Iceberg here. Hey, Kaz, what's your opinion on all politicians of the great nation needing to serve on the front line, military, cops, look, I would like that, mate. I would like that. But there is people that physically have their mind is a weapon. It is amazing. It's like you could have someone with the best ideas in the world, but absolutely no etiquette or discipline when it comes to eating habits, and they'd never fit into a proper pair of pants, or could not run, or could be even injured. It's a good fantasy, but I don't think so. I don't think it could work. It used to work in Rome, but they didn't have KFC then. Madison just came in too.
Who did? Madison?
Yep. 3rd of August she's going in. Awesome. Yeah, Michael Stott reckons puberty's distorted his voice.
I have teenage sons. It's kind of painful to watch and listen to sometimes.
It's better than having Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's true.
So what advice and wisdom would you have on those that are leaving from a mother's perspective? If your kids were leaving on Monday, what would you tell them to do in the last 4 days before they go?
Last 4 days before they go? Oh, gosh. I'd tell them to spend as much time with the people they love spending time with. I would tell them to spend extra time with their pets. I would tell them to double check that they've got everything and to be organised and ready and to give themselves a pep talk. I would tell them that, to reach out and get any last minute advice or encouragement. If they had access to your bat phone, they should use it. And then I'd tell them to, they should have already gone wild. They shouldn't be going wild, I don't think, that's a mother's point of view. Just before they go, I think that should have already been done. I think they should take it kind of easy and do the things that matter. Maybe write themselves a note to their future self, and they can live it at home in their mum's house or wherever they are. And then when they come back, they can read that note.
That's true, like a time capsule.
Yeah, that told them why they're doing this.
So what about also some photos with their family too before they go?
Yeah, for sure. It's quality time. Play board games, have conversations. Listen to people's stories. Tell them you love them.
That's a good one. And on that one, there's something that I didn't say, and this is something that we talk to our soldiers about before we go overseas. There's conversations you need to have with your family, and it goes along the lines of you need to be able to get your family to say back to you, if something happens to a family member, don't come home. finish your training. Okay, because then it can end up you might be coming home for the emotional reason to support your family, sure, but then you've failed in your career and you might not get a chance to go back at all.
Yeah.
Because quite often, people could think if a grandparent or whatever is to pass away, the grandparent would have been, no, stay there, finish it up. Don't do that for me. Just for a funeral. Have those conversations. There was a conversation I had before East Timor where they said to people, when you go over there, if your wife is going to have a baby before you go over, while you're over there, you need to have the conversation. Are you coming home when you go over, or are you not? Because
I actually had a conversation because I was pregnant when my partner deployed.
Okay, and how'd that go?
Yeah, it was difficult to think about because it seemed like it was so quick that we hadn't really considered him not being there for the child being born. And then all of a sudden he may not be there, but that's just part of being in, a military family. Sorry, my dog's jumping on me. It's just part of being in a military family. You just have to be ready to change your plans at the, last minute.
And you remember when East Timor came up, it was like that. It was like, you're going overseas and there is no coming home date. You're going to be there till the job's done.
I would have never been planning to have a baby while he was on deployment. That wasn't the plan.
It was the most bizarre experience when Inafet first happened.
Yeah, it was strange. The whole town felt strange.
Yeah, the gates closed. Civilians couldn't come in. Prime Minister's there. We're looking at cars driving past KFC while we've got grenades just laying around on the ground. Yeah, live 66s, mag 58s, a million rounds of ammunition piled up everywhere, while civilians are driving past, not even realising what's going on. As we're about to, that's an advantage of being in Townsville. 15 minutes away is where you fly from to go to another country to go on operations.
Yep. Yeah. No, it was really crazy. There was a lot of meetings with the DCO, the Defence Community Organisation, and that. So even your partner and that has a lot of briefings that they'll be offered, and they should go to every one of them. They had meetings for partners about financial management, which I think more should have gone to. They had meetings about what conditions will be like, and they had these throughout the whole deployment, but not a lot of people went. So I think really everybody, their partners should be as involved as possible with things.
Yeah, it's important because psychologically they find out too that there is a network back at home. Be careful of the women's groups. They can be very toxic as well.
Exactly. Just go to the DCO meetings where they have a talk if they still do them, and they'll have someone telling you what's going to happen with his pay, because a lot of women had questions about his pay, things like that. But there was also questions about how long you might be gone, things like, but I'm pregnant, we were going to have a wedding, all that stuff.
Yeah, that was a funny one. Weddings, you're going,
yeah,
no one cares, mate. It's cancelled.
No.
This is a job. It's not a hobby. You're going and you may not come back. At this stage, we're actually expecting the boys to take a hell of a lot of casualties on landing.
Yeah, exactly. It was really frightening, to be honest. And there was a lot, because everything changed, like the whole mood of the place changed, because military families are special in their own way, because they cannot make plans. They can make plans, but you've just got to be prepared for it to just change like that. And it can change we're not talking putting the wedding back 2 weeks. We're talking, 6 months,
Or permanently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, depending on how well she manages his money.
Look, one of the other things that's really, really weird as well, and it's just so hard to fathom, is when a soldier loses their life overseas, that you've got notification squads, that are going to go into a civilian environment to either their place where they live or where they work, to go and say, team, I need to see you now. And could you imagine being a 23-year-old woman working in Supre or something like that, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
3 men turn up there in official clothing,
Yeah.
and one of them, it could be a priest, to tell you we need to talk to you real quick, because they don't want the word of the passing of your loved one to get to you to get to you before you've been officially told.
Yeah, exactly.
So that can be really sad, and I've heard some horror stories, where they'd stepped out, and then the friends found out, and then the friends told them before the notification squad could tell them, and they weren't in a position where the support team, because they'll send support teams to look after that person.
They will. That's right.
Which is not the notification squad. They'll tell you they're out of there, and then help people. DSO people come and help you.
Yeah, and people should take that help, that is available. There's no shame in our community in reaching out for that kind of help, because it is difficult.
Hey, we've got Drunk Aussie here. I'm off to bed, just finished a 90-hour week. I'll have to rewatch Good Luck to 28 Platoon. Drunk Aussie, what do you do for a crust? 90 hours. Can you tell us before you go? Not so cow.
Yeah.
Imagine working those sort of hours. Well, I've done it plenty of times in the military, but it sucks while you're doing it. But I'll tell you what, payday feels good. You've done some massive weeks as well as a tattooist, haven't you?
Oh yeah, like you get an American ship in, you just work until you really are starting to see double.
That's not what you want as a tattooist. You go in there to get a mermaid and come out with a manatee.
It's okay to go any other way, but the problem is that you just want to make hay while the sun shines in the tattoo business. So when there'd be an American ship in, you just work until you knew you had to sleep, and then you wouldn't go home. You'd actually just go sleep somewhere in the back room or something, and then you could start again until they were gone.
Do you remember the fights that would start between Australian soldiers and Americans? Because Americans would be in town, the sailors, without their cabin boys. And basically they'd have an American flag. They should have been done for traders, the bank nightclub especially, would have an American flag from the top of this huge building, the nightclub, all the way to the ground. Yet Australian soldiers can't come in, mate. Troublemakers. You're like, okay, we'll make trouble. I don't think I've ever seen a fight where the Americans came out on top, the poor bastards. Oh, you Australians are really nice. Whack.
I just keep remembering that one legendary fight. Once you remember that,
Yes, I was a victim of that fight. If you look at that road, you can actually see where this nose, plowed a new gutter.
I've seen so many. I've heard that story from so many different perspectives that it's quite interesting.
Yeah, that was hectic. For those that don't know, I don't know if there's been a bigger brawl. It was big. It was a bad time to be a cop. A lot of them got punched out too. It was basically what had happened. It was in 1996, 95, 96, 95, 96. I remember I was about to get married and divorced a couple of weeks later. But basically, and that was, I got grass cut by a Raffy of all things. Left me, said size matters, said I was too big. Anyway, we come back from Rwanda and we had a whole rifle company, that have just come back from operations in Africa, angry as hell.
Yep.
All having a place of parade in one nightclub, Tats.
God,
and we were in Tats, and then an American ship was in, and they came in. Lumpy Lay was there, good boxer. Went into the shit house, had a drama. Lauren's actually put tattoos on Lumpy.
I have. I've tattooed him several times. Yeah.
And Lumpy had something to say to this guy who had something to him, and then all of a sudden, air swing. Lumpy misses for the first time in his life, and then the guy starts playing whack-a-mole with Lumpy. Beating the shit out of him. And then Lumpy comes out going, and the boys in the tunnel of all places comes out and goes, fucking American, fucking flog me. And then Justin Saint, God bless his soul, he got killed. Went out and done one of the lowest karate kicks and started punching on with this guy. And then they had a whole rifle company from the second battalion out there in the street, and Americans running from everywhere, and it almost came to say something, and then an American accent came out. It was on. Well, this covered an area nearly as big as a football oval.
Yeah.
You know, people were coming from everywhere. If you had a YouTube video back then, it would have been one of the biggest videos there's ever been.
I'm so glad they didn't have YouTube videos back then, because I tell you, look, I just like to put that there. I didn't go to Tats very often, and if I did, I was dragged out there by my friends, not girlfriends, by my friends would take me there. And also Tats was like, if people just try and imagine like a Western saloon with people tumbling out, brawling from the door, from the front door, they'll get the idea.
Patrick Swayze Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I would have been considered racist then, because I came out and I looked for anyone, and all I could see and know that chances are that's an American was this guy, because of one, how big he was, and two, he was African American. So I put my hands up in the I'll choose fight mode. He gave me the look of, are you sure, son? And I gave the nod of the head, a few air swings, missed him by a mile. And then, he put the hammer down. He put the hammer down. I hit the ground hard. And then while he was looking down on his prize, a guy called Bunga Kinley came over the top and then sent this guy to the dentist, you know. And the next day we got called up. Instead of getting in trouble, you know, our company commander, you know, he was proud as hell. And so was the battalion commander. That's my man. Bloody great job. I heard yous won. Maybe send yous over to say sorry to the police force because they got their heads kicked in.
Yeah.
You know, they should have kept out of that one.
Yeah, you know,
Australia was winning.
Yeah, they can't though.
We're only fighting because the girls wanted nothing to do with us.
Yeah, they can't let chaos reign. You know, they have to try at least. They have to be seen to be trying. But you know, yes, it was an interesting social life in Townsville for sure.
Hey, how you going, mate? They're fighting words. What? Hey, Mr. Anderson reckons I was fighting Mr. T. He was a lot taller than that. If I saw that guy now, that gave me the reverse alarm clock, you know, they'd put me down to room temperature. And I probably would have gone, Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? Okay. I reckon if Jesus had been alive, he would have gone over and gone, you gotta think this one through, son.
Yeah, exactly.
But you had to be in it. No offense there, Shaka Zulu. It wasn't through racist. I actually thought you can't pick on someone smaller than yourself, so you take on someone bigger, and I take the loss. You know? Yeah. Cam's here. How's it going? I thought you're holding champagne for a second there. Nah, mate, it's the bat phone, mate. It's the bat phone with lovely Lauren residing inside the phone.
Yeah, I live there.
She lives in the phone. For those that don't know, you know, we have two legs of financial assistance in this channel. If you need one-on-one mentoring, there's only one way that you can really get this phone number, and it puts you in this phone that is here just for you. And that is to go on to Patreon, and the money that is raised from you having this one-on-one, we go out and we support people in the civilian community. We buy groceries for ladies. We buy white goods for men that are having a hard time. It all goes back to civilians, and you see the videos on that.
Yeah.
So consider it. Yeah.
Yeah, it does amazing things. It feels good.
It does feel good. And unlike salad.
I like salad. I had a salad sandwich for dinner tonight.
Yeah, but you're a model.
Yeah, but I do eat like a bird. But, you know, it's delicious, though.
Oh, it is a good one. I don't mind it as long as there's, you know, nothing green, red on there. Belzar Davis. Hey, Kaz, do you have any tips for retreads going through Kapooka again? I'm a grey man. I could be seen as Jack, but also if I stand out, I don't want to be seen as cocky. Belzar Davis, you just go in and be yourself. Don't try and be something you're not. Don't try and be grey. Don't try and stand out. Just be you, because whatever your personality is, it's going to compensate for the counter movement of someone who is lacking in that. Don't try to create something different, team. You'll get turned into something different, a better version of you. Yep, no doubt, because you're also going to be assisting your mates all the time before you look after yourself. So don't try and overthink it. Go and have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your life in general really simple. Try to be the same person wherever you go. Just it makes life simple.
Yeah. Here's one from William Baird. Hey, Kaz, what qualities did you respect about the officers you worked with? What made you lose respect for them? What are the do's and don'ts of leadership in your opinion? What does ADFA guys get wrong? Well, it's always a maturity thing. It's nearly always that, or they're shit scared of their boss, because if they don't, it's like being a politician in the blue party in the USA. If you don't do what above says to you, they don't care about your area, they don't care about your state. All they care is the party line. Sometimes officers can be that way. If you have moral courage, you might have a very, very short career, but your job is to have a moral courage. Our job is to have actual courage. And when we have actual courage, we either win the day, win it quickly, or we end up in a box with the flag across it. Now, there's something I put in the thumbnail it's important for you to understand too. When we see things like Mr. Kaepernick, when we see people disrespecting the flag, you've got to remember when you get into military, Army, Air Force, or Navy, at 7 o'clock in the morning, beep, whistle, everyone stops. In uniform, salute. If you're not in uniform, stand fast. Look at the flagpole. As the BOS, the Battalion Orderly Sergeant, gets that flag, breaks it, makes it fly. And then beep, beep, then go about your business. Same happens at 5 o'clock. So twice a day, you will stop and you will face the flag and remember why you serve and who you serve. So then when someone does something to a flag, we look at it like, what are you doing? That's not going to happen on our watch. Kids, Lauren, take the kids home.
Yeah.
I'll either be the ambulance or the bloody cop shop later.
Yeah, exactly. It means something different. Like when we were talking before about that very somber feeling just before you all deploy, to even partners and kids, it means something different. It means that might be the next time we see you.
That's true. Wait 2 seconds. We've just had the Commonwealth Bank, not by money, only by name, 91 Patreon. You don't need to give any more. You're a Patreon, mate. Okay, but wait 2 seconds. Nutsu cow, mate, and I'll answer your question quickly. I didn't realise that was what the dollars went to, helping others. Let me know if you need some bigger donations. We don't, mate. We don't. This is all about people power. I would much rather a lot of people give a really little bit, not even donations, either join as a member in the channel or Patreon, and then I just go about my business. So I don't need big donations off anyone. I don't even ask for sponsors. Need more people in the world like you and your team. Cheers, bloke. So Commonwealth, I really, really appreciate your comment there, mate. And I really, really appreciate, not to cow, your donation. And I didn't realize that people didn't know that that's what we do.
Yeah. Well, people come on in to the channel at different stages, don't they? So we might have said something back and just not mentioned it enough. Yeah. But that Commonwealth's a really great member of the community.
Yeah. This is one of those channels where, like we discussed in the previous videos before this one came up, where sometimes we go through areas where it almost seems quiet, and then you realize that we've had a successful push where you might have had 20 members who are vocal always in the comments, who've got their dream job. They're at Kapooka.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they pop up again. Oh, yeah, I'm at Singo now. I got an award. I came first.
Yep. Exactly. So
awesome.
People shouldn't worry if it gets quiet.
It doesn't really get too quiet anyway, does it?
No. There's a steady stream of folks who enjoy the community, and they never really leave us.
No. Well, we've had Cam since cult to unit. And Cam, are we allowed to talk about you? We'll just call him Cam for now. Was in a religious group, deep. Came out of that. What do? found our channel, subscribed to our channel, chilled out, joined the army, broke away from what he was in religion. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with religion or spirituality at all, but that religion, Seven-day Jehovah Witness, sorry.
Yeah.
Great bunch to work with. And we ended up becoming close friends. Cam ended up actually joining the military. The channel sent me down there, and I went to Kapooka to his march out. I was going to be his only family there. Then after that, he came to my house. Couldn't get rid of the bastard. and he stayed there, then chased a girl all the way up to Byron Bay. Then he came back. He went to his posting. I won't tell you where. Met one of the prettiest ladies I've ever seen in my life. He's blushing at the moment. Then we spoke back and forth about him wanting to go to the Special Forces. And then he got married. All of this has happened in the last 3 years.
So great. Yeah.
And here he is right now in chat, still here.
It's so great. Yeah, exactly.
Never comes up short. He's tall and he's good looking. He looks German. Racist.
You can't say that.
Dolph Lundgren. What's this guy? The ladies' man in chat. I'm only joking. I wanted to see if Lauren would react. Sticky.
You know what you're talking about.
Good ad Nightbot and have him still the Patreon link with explanation every 15 minutes or so. Nah. I don't want people to think we ram it down people's throats. I don't. But I tell you what, I'm the luckiest man in the world with people power that put money into an account where I get to go and just look at someone who stands out in the crowd. And I was speaking to Miss Angela today. One of the things I really cannot wait to do again soon is actually harness someone we don't know and go, excuse me, would you like to come here? I'll make sure they're beautiful for the camera just for you, Spartan Banjo.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll say, I want you to pick out someone that you can see right now that we're going to go and help so that you feel like you're part of the process. You beautiful gift from God. And when she goes, me, I'll go, tricky. Yeah. No, it's really great feeling helping people. I've had times where I'm bloody got tears in my eyes.
Yeah, no, it is.
Paulie, hey, Kaz, quick question. I'm doing my PFA next week and can confidently pass it. Great. I just want to know how many push-ups and what beep test score should I be aiming at for when at Kapooka. Don't think about Kapooka. Think about just being warrior mind, warrior fit. Okay, you try and get 10,000 push-ups out in 2 minutes. Try to get to come first in the beep test. Try to get to 10 at least. If you fall short, you've passed. Never look at a test and think I've only got to make it to the horizon, or you might have a bad day and not make it at all. All right. Whatever energy you can get beyond that, you'll need that and more at different times in your career. Never stop learning. William, Will.i.am, Kaz, what advice would you have for those enlisting who are anti-authoritarian, take issue with authority? Well, that's a very unusual career to go for.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I would say to you that how old are you, Will? Is it an immaturity thing? It sounds like an immaturity trait to me. Because if you were getting told what to do by someone who knows how to do something better than you, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Example, if I'm working for Cam Aiken and he was below my rank and he knows how to do something better than me and I'm the platoon sergeant, I'd say, Cameron Aiken, that's leadership that I have. I'm going to make you the authoritarian on this subject. I'm going to make you the project manager and I'll do what you want me to do.
Well, you just can't have people questioning the authority of everybody or anyone in an organisation like the ADF.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. There is channels to do that. I suppose it depends on. No, I just think that's the wrong job. Why would you want to do it? Yeah.
You might be right. Dot Murdoch turned 27 today, Kaz, and started it by pushing up 100. Cheers for everything. Doc, how long did it take you to do your 100, mate? Let us know. It's taken me down to 6 minutes and either 3 seconds or 6 minutes and 10 seconds now. Started at 14:30. So it's really improved my life in so many ways, including taking a lot of pressure off my back. You know, shoulders hurting, but that's all right. Feeling sore from effort is better than feeling floppy from no effort.
Exactly. You know, that's another birthday today.
Who's that?
Because, yeah, that's what Dr. Murdoch said. Turned 27 today.
Today?
So, yeah, happy birthday, Dr. Murdoch, and happy birthday to Swollen Wognuts. He turned 18 today.
Swollen Wognuts and Doc Murdoch and my dad.
Yep.
I'll hold me watch my grandfather's one there. Team, you don't have to do this, but I'm doing it on your behalf. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Swollen Wog Nuts. And Doc Murdoch and Dad Caswell. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
You've been unfaithful, Lauren. Guys, 18th birthday. That is, I can't believe you're here with us, spending that precious time with us instead of your family. That's awesome, Wognuts. I love you nuts for that. And Doc Murdoch, you share the name with someone who's very important in a military context that I can't talk about online. But happy birthday for you. And you are, did you know, 27. That's Casey Stoner's race number. And I went over and watched him at Catalunya over in Spain. Tears in my eyes. Vermeulen, West, Casey Stoner, all racing against Valentino Rossi, Pedrosa, in the home of motorsport. Australian flags flying, only mine. And there I am, tears in my eyes, speaking broken Spanish.
Yeah.
And he got pole position. It was awesome. Tommy Crow, he just joined sorry, I'm late. Don't worry about it, mate. We're only going to be on here for another 13 minutes, team. But let me say something to you as well. To our Navy guys out there, I've got some titles to hand out.
Yeah, Big Eyes was here before.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
The Big-Eyed Six, I've spoken to Lauren about this, will now be known as the Ambassador. He is going to be the naval representative within our channel that you can go to if you have questions and you decide, Kaz, maybe I want to go to Navy instead. We'll try to get Big-Eyed Six to give you a rundown on that. He's from the Albatross helicopter fucking jump ship. Awesome.
Yep.
Mr. Anderson. Hey, Kaz, the Porky 7 projects. Not so cow. Our rear end and land of single mums. Yep. Why don't you recommend folks opt to go there? Do they not deploy much? Thanks, mate. 7, Adelaide, land of single mums. I don't like Adelaide as a training area. You know, it's logistically a drama. It's logistically capability. Capability might be as good as any other battalion, but their name is not as good as 1 RAR, 2 RAR, 3 RAR, or 6. You know, so I'm always going to recommend what I recommend. All right. Adelaide is the last place that I'd want to get posted if I was in the Royal Australian Regiment. And that's not saying there's anything wrong with the soldiers. I'm saying their proximity to training areas. I'm saying that it is the colder area and the cold sucks. You know, I don't like Adelaide personally, you know, but that's to everyone. But I don't say go to Brisbane either. And I don't say go to Darwin. I just say go to 1, 2, or 3 and you're laughing.
Yeah. There is great things about Adelaide. There's those other little German towns in the hills like Harndorf and that.
Yeah. And I've only been there once. Yeah. So if I was from Adelaide and I was if I was from Adelaide and you loved Adelaide and you're in chat now, you should really be dishing it to me because I deserve it for making an opinion, you know, based on the land of trams and single mums.
How dare you?
I feel like a son of a bitch now.
Yeah, you should.
Mr. Anderson, are you from Adelaide? Calaminis. I hope that helps big. It's Spartan mouth here. Kind of. What's the cow record? It's pretty high tonight, the cow record, because we had the kibosh of the previous stream, and
and we just kept counting. So we've actually, I'm sure we've gone over the record. I'm sure it's a new record tonight. I know you hate the cows, but we love counting them.
I just don't like donations because it looks like, I don't know.
It doesn't, though.
Spartan Mouth, there he is.
No one's doing it because they have to.
Yeah.
They want to.
I like seeing memberships because it doesn't cost much to be a member. And I want to see people getting promoted. I want to see, is there anyone that is a member in chat now that was in there from the start that the rank is going to go to their head once they've been there for a month? And they're going to start to tell the other soldiers that are a couple of days behind them that are privates, I want this to happen.
Like that Stanford experiment. Yeah.
I will tell you something, but I'll tell you something. And I'll tell you straight up here, I haven't mentioned this to anyone in the moderators circle. When we have 100 members on the books in this book, wait a second, so old. Once we have 100 people in the book that is there for the members, we will also be doing one stream a week, which will be members only. Because I have to be able to give an advantage to the people that are the members of the channel. So what there'll be is that'll be an ability for them to be able to come on there and just be able to ask their questions, less competition, and get those words out, and that's fine. Okay. How do we become a member? You just go on the join there, Stubbsy. There should be a join button.
Yeah, not everyone has the join button.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I still don't have the join button, but that's because I'm on iPad or my
okay. Yeah, I think you have to be on a PC, don't you?
Yeah, a PC, you can get a join button.
Aaron is laughing at something. Kaz, water in Adelaide tastes horrible. There you go. That's why you shouldn't go to 7RR, because the goddamn water tastes like shit. Yeah,
but just below that, Ryanopoulos says his water tastes fine, thank you very much. So
then I'm going to Ryan's house.
The other guy must live on the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah, that's it. He's at the single mum's house.
Yeah.
All right. And well, until we get the joint stuff sorted out, we won't do the member only. Okay. All right. But I do want to see people, use their rank on others, except for Will, because he doesn't like authority.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Shit. Phone app is Sticky's saying the phone app has a join button in blue. There you go.
Yeah, I don't have one though.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I was going to say now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Timsy. Timmy, there he is.
Tim's back.
So I can't even keep up with what goes on. I don't see half the stuff or get to process a lot of what you're saying. And then later on, I talked to Lauren, and she's pissing herself, laughing, going, "Can you believe this person said that, or this person said that, or you missed this?" And I'm like,
the time you misgendered Stefan was hilarious.
I thought it was like Stephanie,
yeah,
but it was like Stefan.
It's not the first time. We love that.
I'm such a dick. Michael Stott says, "Goddamn water turns the frogs gay." That's a Alex.
Frogs gay. Yeah.
Alex Jones.
We've got to stand the flags.
Yeah, that's right. Where are you, Clayton? I'd be happy to talk to you sometime. I've had experience in the Sec 4 security forces world and the technical world. I'm not sure what that's about. Crazy G, cheers, mate. When I clicked join, it had Staff Sergeant Chevron showing, and I got confused. I don't have staff. Oh, no. What there is I use the American rank system. Okay, the reason is because we didn't actually have, it wasn't Staff Sergeant, because there wasn't Australian Commonwealth symbology to be able to use. So once you get to, I think it's E7 there or whatever, then what you'll do is you'll go over and you'll become a lieutenant, or you can get out before you become an officer and get purged. Brody, Brody's getting out of here real soon. Brody, what was that you were talking about? Irons. We're going to laugh at and call it out. What else was there? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Guardian. Michael Stott says, Rank, you have no power here. Look, I'll tell you something too, team. One of the funny things about being in the army, and it doesn't matter whether the day you get out, your rank basically comes down to were you a good bloke or not? Because no one needs to call you by your rank again. The day after you get out, your rank means nothing. And you shouldn't have a problem with that. Your legacy, you should work in the last 6 months about being around people, buying them a coffee, saying thank you to those that you've loved to serve with, and just working out a network of who you're going to keep in touch with to get you through the hard times.
Exactly. Make it as peaceful as possible. Try not to leave in a crisis.
Yeah. There are some people that really, really hang on to their rank. It's a really weird thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Crazy G. I want to join as an officer, but joining normally looks amazing. They're two completely two different lived experiences, mate. Absolutely. Yep. And we can look at the differences between OR and officer. I can make a video on that. What I was going to say before was I intend on making seasons out of my videos to put them in chronological order and cut them down to 10 to 12 episodes per season so that you can actually like bookend those and keep yourself up in a logical pattern, so to speak, and maybe to separate some of the topics, not just playlist, but actual seasons, etc. And that's what I was talking to Lauren about.
It's a good idea because it'd be great to have a reference. You know, we do get a lot of repeat questions and it's no one's fault. Some people have just joined in, you know, so it'd be great to have a reference to say, oh, go look at, you know, season 1, episode 6.
Yeah, it's true. What was this one? Someone saying that, where are we? So, there we go. Quine and Peppers was saying, worked for a chef that made his kids and wife call him chef at home. It was odd. I've seen it also in cafes. Yes, chef. You go, holy shit.
Yeah, well, it should be in a cafe. You shouldn't be at home.
Well, the food had better be bloody good. If you want to be called by your rank, the food had better be good when it comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
And what I mean by good, better than what I can cook it. The air fryer, thin chips, awesome. 8 minutes, shake, extra 2 minutes, oregano, sea salt, perfect chips, better than McDonald's, better than Red Rooster, better than KFC.
Yep.
Hey, Nathan Davis, how you going, mate? Good to have you here as one of the members, getting us closer and closer to our 100. You're going in the book, along with the other ones from today as well. Fantastic. Good to have you here. Hey, Kaz, been watching since 2018. I qualified as a clerk a couple of weeks back. Well done, Rage. Well done. That makes you one of the most important people in the military.
Yep.
Yep. We need our clerks to be all over it. You know, you've got a different fitness to me. I have no fitness when it comes to logistics at all. Hopeless. Well, we're starting to run out of a bit of energy here, team. We might get going in just over 1 minute. So let's start to wrap it up, you know, and to the birthday guys. Happy birthday again.
I know. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, wait a sec. Wait a second. Rowan Parker would love to chat about getting into the army for a cyber warfare role if you're available. I'm Trans MTF or on HRT, so there'd be unique challenges, but we're all same decaying matter. Trans MTF. Shit, so many acronyms in my mind these days.
Male to female, trans male to female on hormone replacement therapy. So the unique challenges. That's all right. I'm sure they will accommodate you.
Yeah, well, you're allowed. I've got my own views, mate. But, you make the best of your life. And
job.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make any difference. And you're doing that yourself. It's not like you're getting the army to pay for your, business. Yeah, go for it.
And I tell you, who needs some bloody hormones at the moment? It's this fella. Yeah. I'd love to get some bloody testosterone put into me.
You need to, well, because I take hormone replacement therapy. It's great.
Yeah, well, you've told me it's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I hope you're not going male to female, but so you can do less push-ups. That's cheating the PFA.
Yeah, as I'm getting older, I'm just, I'm just trying not to turn into male.
But are we cheating the PFA if we go from male to female? That's not fair.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, we want to talk about that, Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan. I would think of going from male to female if I was about to rob a bank too.
Yeah, but then could we even blame Rowan for doing that? Because they've made that available. I say Rowan should just go for it.
We are the world.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of guts to come onto a channel like that and say that, mate. So well done, Rowan. Well done. And you might be the first one we've got here. So good on you, mate.
And you're welcome here, Rowan.
Well, everyone's welcome. You haven't said a single thing here. You haven't said a single thing here that's offended anyone.
No.
Everyone is welcome here.
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to do a transition from a big nose to a small nose at one stage, and then I thought, nah, because I always got told that in some countries the Roman nose is actually attractive.
It is attractive. It's regal. You have a very attractive profile.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
New record says Corn and Peppers.
Yeah, must have.
Not cow there, team. Not cow. Great to have you here. Kynan, thank you very much, mate. And I enjoy what you bring to the channel too, Peppers. The Super Jew's here. Mate, that is the name that every time I hear it, there is no way I can go, oh, yeah, okay, it's the Super Jew.
Yeah, it's a great name.
It's an inspirational name. And I'm just glad that I've done my time over in Israel as well. Yeah. Really confused me over there, but almost everyone was eating heavily salted feta on foods and so much sushi, but at the same time they were smoking. I was going, well, which is it? Are you healthy or you're not?
Maybe they're offsetting.
I went to a restaurant over there and, geez, it confused me. It really did, because there is no menu and there is no cost. You just walk in with your group and then the plates start coming out. And I'm going, we've been eating for an hour here. This can't be cheap. And I think it was like $75 each. No one asked, can you afford it? When it comes out, let's split the bill. After a split bill, how much? $75. I went, holy shit. Imagine if I'd have said, I've got this one team.
Yeah.
And the other one, we'll have a bit of a laugh at you here for a second. I remember the Sabbath or whatever when no power works. You're not supposed to use the power. I believe that's Saturday. And even when you get in the lift, it stops every floor because you're not supposed to be able to use anything electric, etc. And we went down and had food, and I'm going, I'd love to get a steak. And they go, no, it's, we're not going to be cooking nothing. It's it's the day and all that. And I think, oh, yeah, right, eh? And then I went to pay for the bill. Cha-ching, electric bloody cash register worked fine. FPOS got that too. You're going, you bloody hypocrites. Yeah. I had a great time there, and I think I got cursed. I put on the little cap, and I stole a message from the Wailing Wall.
You talked about that. It's okay.
Yeah, I took it back, and I wasn't forgiven.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to in my life. When I was at Tiberias, guys, there's an area like a Roman amphitheater where they came in and said, look, we can't hold too much of this terrain, so let's just hold a little bit on the ocean. And there's an amphitheater where you got your back to the Mediterranean, and all you got to do is talk from where the marble stage is, and you can just hear the reverberations of your voice just bouncing off all the beautiful stonework. It was so amazing. And then we went to Masada, and to be on Masada, there'd be less than 1% of 1% of the world would ever get to somewhere as amazing as that. And 2,000 years later, you can still see the Roman battlements around where their camps were before they laid the siege back on Masada, which they'd previously owned. They made water go uphill through aqueducts. It makes people like me feel dumb as hell. If you put 10,000 Caswells that were like me on the planet 10,000 years ago, I don't know if we'd have actually invented throwing rocks at each other yet. And there'd probably be 3 left. There was no Elon Musk in my gene pool. Super Jew says, yes, they are good at following the rules where it makes sense. Don't be fussed about taking a kipper. We have so many. Okay, there you go. Look, travel. I think travel is one of the things that brings everyone, common sense, wisdom, accepting nature, understanding. We're just another grub on the plant.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone is. Yeah, everyone is.
Righto. Well, Lauren, let's say good. Have a see you later, everyone.
Yep. See you, everyone. Bye.
And it's been a fantastic night, and really thank you for coming back for the second stream.
Yeah, exactly. No, we've got a system. We know to wait for a restart.
Spartan mouth. Kaz, thanks for the streams. The wisdom of the stories. Have a fantastic Friday. Oh, sometimes I feel like saying sorry, like I'm sorry there's no order or flow, but sometimes the organic nature of communication is better off spent that way rather than scripted.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Good night, everyone. I hope everyone has a really good sleep, and I hope they're smashing their week and that they're going to have a great weekend. Yep,
and expect a video out tomorrow. My first ever action video to Demolition Ranch, the M249, the Minimoi. So you'll enjoy that. Look forward to giving it to you.
That'd be great. Everyone will be hanging out for it.
Okay, and here is my toughest wave goodbye to everyone. Thank you very much for the donations of your time. Thank you for the donations of your shekels. Thank you to coming here on your birthday, swollen wog nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, sorry?
Happy birthday, because 18's a big one.
It's a massive one.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's our second gentleman?
That was Doc.
Doc Murdoch?
Yep.
Doc Murdoch, 27.
Yep.
Okay. And to my father, happy birthday, mate. I'm about to spend a fortune on making your weekend awesome. See you later, mate. Love.
Yeah.
See you later, guys. Take it easy. And that's a wrap. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mucho respecto. Wait a sec. Someone just threw in the last one. Try to add one to a record. M. Good night, Kaz. Good night, M.
Good night, M.
Not too cow. Thank you very much. Pat a cat, pat a dog. It's medicinal purposes. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye. See you, Daz. What a